right, guys. Well, here we go. I'm so excited to be getting back into the whole memory planning thing. It's been crazy lately. And yeah, so memory planning does take some time and a little bit more effort than your average planning. So we're just going to jump right in here. So as you can see, I've already went ahead and printed off my photos using the HP Sprocket printer. And I do try to get at least 2 to 3 photos on each of the 2x3 photo cards. So yeah, that's pretty much how I sized them up, and I absolutely love this little printer. And it just makes printing off the photos and that like so much more easier. So let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and start by just moving my photos around the page here a bit. And as you can see, I've pretty much already like took all the stickies that I want to use for this as well. I have been waiting to make this layout, and I kept telling myself like, okay, we're gonna memory plan today, and it's like, no, things just kept coming up. And so yeah, I mean, I think this is the most ready that I've been in a long time to memory plan. So okay, so as you can see, like, I got a lot more photos going on this side of the page than I do for the right side. So I gotta try to balance that out. And I'm gonna try something different here. This is the Mr. Turtle's 3 steps for calming down. Again, I have recently moved into an elementary school where I was at a senior or a secondary school. So it's definitely different. I'm loving all of like the like little kiddo type stuff that's on the walls, and I'm just saying like some of us adults can take some of this advice. So I'm gonna try something different here for Mr. Turtle. I don't really need that calendar that's up on the top, and I'm gonna try to create a washi frame because like the whole days of the week like kind of, I don't know, they're wider than the picture, I guess. So it's either I could use white label paper, which I don't really like the edges of it showing through. And in one way, I was just like, you know what, I'm going for it. And yeah, so I'm gonna like rethink this here. I think I'm just like trying to rush this, and we're not gonna rush this. So I am gonna get some of that white label paper, which I just use the excess from any stickers that I create and cut out. So I mean, you know, don't let that go to waste. So, all right. So as you can see, I just kind of like made a little strip. And hello, Mr. Burt. How are you? Oh God, look at those little kitty toes. Like, I love kitty toes. Okay, it's like one of my favorite things in the world. And okay, so I'm gonna clean up this edge here. See, those are the edges that I'm talking about. Like, they just kind of make harsh lines, but it's okay because yeah, I should probably center this too. Yeah, we're gonna create like a little washi frame. So anything that kind of sticks out or isn't covered up by this sticker here, we are going to cover with the washi. So let's give this a go. I'm digging this pink with the gold dots. Kind of adds like some shimmy to the page. And like I already have the pink, or yeah, not the pink. This is the pink. I already have the yellow and green selected through. And I just thought, you know what? I probably should spread some of that pink around the page as well. So let's see here. So I'm not really going for perfection. I know some of these dots are overlapping. I know it's not like perfect right, I don't know, like right angled degrees, corners. I'm not a mathematician, okay? So, like, you get what I'm saying. All I want is for this washi to just, like, frame my photo, that's all. Just some decoration. So I think that's perfect. I actually love how that turns out, and like it complements the green very well. So let's see here. You know what? I think, okay, so I know I want to add these for the backgrounds. And yeah, you know what? You should probably get the corners of these right. I normally make this mistake as well. So, okay, so to take up some of the white space here, and again, to just, add some decorative aspects to this layout, I'm going to cut these squares, and I'm cutting them at a diagonal, and then I'm going to put them behind the photo like that. And instead of having one complete square on each page, I'm going to alternate them. So again, I'm spreading that pink and green. And if I remember correctly, I believe that these came from the Happy Memory Keeping sticker books, which they're from like 2016. So these are like some of the original sticker books that Bambi came out with. And because, remember, they were a memory keeping company. Oh, how they have come so far. And okay, so I'm thinking this is the Year of Memories book too, which I'll have to find this book later on and show it to you towards the end. So there we go. I'm kind of digging that. And okay, so now it's washi time. And this is why I left a gap here on the bottom, is it's about the same size as that washi. Because, I didn't want to cover up all the stickers that I put down. Like, come on. Okay, so I'm going to spread that pink and gold here down on the bottom. And okay, so I think we are done with that roll. And I'm going to go ahead and start with this green now. And I know it's a little funny. I'm covering up green with green washi, but it's the actual detail, like the stripes in the washi that I'm after. Again, I like adding different details and designs to my pages. It just makes it a little bit more visually attractive. So, okay, there we go. I'm fine with that. Now, I'm going to leave these green bars as they are here in the center, but I'm going to incorporate those little lemon wedgies that we got going on at the top with this yellow scalloped washi. And I'm just basically going to line these green bars going across the page here with these. It would help if I had this, a little bit more straight. Again, it's like I'm trying to rush through this. I shouldn't be, but like, guys, I am behind. So planners got to plan. And the one thing that I have learned from memory planning is you do not want to get behind too far. It's one thing to be behind like 1 or 2 weeks, but like when you get months behind, it's it's a rush. So we're not gonna do that. So we're just gonna get these down here. We're gonna decorate it as best as we can and just record our memories. So, okay, so it is now time to actually lay our photos down on the page, because that is what this is all about. So I'm going to start with this fantastic picture of my Pops here. Oh, I was so fortunate to have him appear at my work location for this week, which I know it's not like an opportunity that most of us get, so I am very grateful for that opportunity, and it's always a joy to have the Pops at work with you. Definitely where I was this week, so yeah. He was a huge help. And for those of you who may not be familiar with this is a diagram of the functional operations of a toilet. This is what makes your toilet go flushy flush. I know, right? So yeah, welcome to my memory planner. You'll understand here in a bit of why this is important. And okay, so yeah, this is a picture of Mr. Squirrel, who scared the living crap out of me and my cat on the weekend. Oh god, the squirrels. And okay, so Okay, and for those of you who have watched the last episode of me memory planning, you will know that this photo is from the prior week. But again, like I said, I didn't really have a lot of photos for this week. And if that happens, I do keep any photos from the prior week, and I can always just add them to the following week if, space permits. Because, I mean, they're memories. It doesn't really matter if you have it like perfectly on the week that it occurred, just as long as it's like right around the same time. So, okay, and again, I am limited on photos for this side of the page, so I'm going to fill up some of that extra space with some of these cute watermelon stickies. And as you can see, they match the little watermelon wedgies that are down on the bottom of the sheet, which, like, I was so excited to even see that I still had these. Like, I thought I used all of them. So it was like, heck yeah, I still have some watermelon wedgies. So, let's see here. I think this is good enough to start with. I'm going to add some watermelon seeds here just as decorations. Again, I love adding decor to my pages. Like, I know the main focus is the photos, but when you start adding little accent stickers, it like makes it like so much more better. So, okay, there we go. Some watermelon seeds everywhere because it is summer. At least it was when I took these photos. I mean, technically it still is, but, to me, it's fall time because school is starting again. So let's see here. I'm going to combine those two and just make one big giant seed pot. Seed pile, seed pot, I don't know. And, okay, so I still have this yellow banner, which, not quite sure how that looks to running into that yellow washi. So, I mean, it is a different shade of yellow. Should I move that down a bit? I think I'm going to move that down. Okay, here we go. Sticker torture number 1 of this layout. We were so close. So close to having no sticker torture, and now it's like all curled up. And yeah, so I gotta battle this bad boy back onto the page. So maybe if I center it into the banner, like, I'm not really a banner person. I'm getting more comfortable with them, but I don't know, still, like, I'm having difficulty with these banners. But hey, we will prevail. Okay, so I think that's enough for the stickies. I think it's about time to start writing. So, okay, so now I gotta grab my chair, so just bear with me. I cannot write while I'm standing up. It's just one of those things I can't do. And, okay, so I'm just checking on some of the different fonts that I used for the prior week. And I think I'm going to start with this Tombow Mono drawing pen. It is a size 5, and I like using this pen here for my titles, just because it's a bit thicker than the rest of my pens. So I'm going to start out here by stating working with the pops. And, okay, so then I'm going to move into this Stradlatier Triplus Fine Liner. And yeah, I can't even tell you like what size this is. I really don't know. I know it's a lot thinner than the Tombow. I really have no idea, guys. Okay, I just buy the things I write with them. And okay, so I'm just gonna quick caption this off. And again, I was so thankful for having the pops with me this week. It like really made a difference being in a new building that was like far from being complete for the school year, and it was just nice having someone who was trained the same way as you were, and knowing that we needed to move. And yeah, I know that saying is like, yeah, sometimes a girl just needs her dad around to get shit done. So, like, I'm not trying to say that us ladies can't do anything without the men around. I'm just saying it was freaking fantastic to have like manpower around and be like, Pops, I need this done now. And he was like, okay. And yeah, that's him holding on to a chunk of the roof that was removed like 3 or 4 years ago. And why it was still in the corner of the entrance is above and beyond me. But yeah, that's what he's holding on to. So that was like our trophy. And okay, so this is the photo of Mr. Turtle again. And these are his 3 steps for calming down. And one, it's adorable. Okay, so I had to take a picture of it. And that is the turtle puppet that I was playing with like 2 months ago too at the other elementary. And yeah, I'm just saying, I've been using Mr. Turtle's advice a lot. I cannot share with you in the memory planner of what the problem is and how I was feeling. But trust me, a lot of people know. So, okay, so now explaining this whole toilet thing here. Again, I am a custodian from a local public school district, and apparently, if you don't go around and flush all the toilets, they start to freeze up and seize, and all the working components that make them go flushy flushy, they just stop operating. So I had to literally go one by one through over 50 toilets and fix them. Because, we got kids coming in. So yeah, I've literally become a toilet master within the last 2 weeks. I don't want to see another toilet again in my life. I mean, granted, I understand that they're nice to have around when you need to use them, but it's like, oh my God. Like, I don't want to work on another toilet for a long time. And then to make matters worse, okay, because, COVID, okay, like we got people coming in, they're going to need to wash their hands and stuff. And, yeah, it just seems like once we started getting the toilets under control, then our sinks started going down. And it was like, oh my God, like, what is going on? Like... Can I please just have one functional restroom? It's like if you walked in and like all the toilets worked, it was like, oh, okay, so like we're kicking butt. And then you would turn around to wash your hands and it's like, oh yeah, now the sink isn't working. And it's like, oh my God. So, yeah. So, I mean, hey, we got most of those covered up. I mean, the one had a strip screw, so we have to remove the whole entire sink chassis to, get the cap off of it because someone stripped it. And yeah, so that's for another day. One thing at a time, baby steps. Okay, so let's see here. We're gonna move on to the weekend. So pretty much, as you can see, my whole entire work week was filled with restrooms. I'm so glad that I don't have to deal with that at this moment. Like, oh, which, okay, wait until you see the following week, because, I mean, it got a lot better after that. But, yeah, the toilets are basically taken care of. So, alright, so we're going to move on to these flowers. Again, this is from the prior week. But, hey, I've been waiting all summer long for these things to bloom, which I'm not even quite sure what they are. They resemble lilac bushes, but they're not fully lilac bushes. So I really have no idea what they are, but I know that they have like these super cute, long purple flower stems that come out of these bushes, and I love them. And they normally bloom like midway through the summer, and for some reason this year they were just putting up a fight. They were like, we ain't blooming. So yeah, it seriously made my day whenever I came home and got out of the car and I was just walking by them and I was like, holy crap, like they all bloomed in one day. I was like, whoa. So yeah, see, you gotta take those wonderful little things, whenever you can. And okay, so for the weekend, just because the Pops was all worn out, the new work location basically kicked his butt. Kicked my butt. And so we celebrated with a mini cookout. And it was just really my way of saying thank you to him, because, I mean, we did. Like, we seriously felt like we were run over with a Mack truck by the end of the weekend. So, yeah, I mean, it may not look like much, but hey, man, hot dogs on the grill with some baked tatties and baked beans. I mean, wonderful. So, yeah, mini cookout. And then we're going to end our week here with the squirrel. And yeah, so me and Bert, which is my cat, we were just chilling, watching some TV, reading some books, and it was just so quiet and peaceful. And all of a sudden, like, we just heard this real loud noise, and it seriously sounded like something was breaking into the window because, it was. We had a squirrel that was attached to our upstairs window, and it was like trying to chew its way in through the screen. I don't know, it must have like fell off one of the nearby branches. I really have no idea what this thing was trying to do. And it took about a good 10 to 15 minutes to get this thing off of our screen. And I have a very skittish cat, so yeah, he was he was freaking out the whole time. Any normal cat would have been up there by the window, beating the living crap out of the squirrel through the screen. And yeah, no, my cat was screaming. So yeah, like, what a week. So there you go, guys. That's my week in a glance and my memory planner. And there's the book. That's where I got these stickies from. And of course the HP Sprocket and that washi that I used. And that's it. I love it. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And please remember to subscribe.